on the Live Jive archive. 500 sub extravaganza, everyone. Wow. I never thought we would make it. The snail's pace at which YouTube allows anyone to grow these days is just mind numbing. So we were under 100 for the first 10 years of being on YouTube. Yo, 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 what up? Free gift from God. And then getting above getting above a couple of hundred took like 3 years. And then getting above 500, it's been like a 15-year journey to get to 500 subs. So it's kind of a big deal for the Frank Monday channel to get 500 solid subs, guys. That's amazing stuff. I must be doing really good magic. It's the food videos, right? It's the food shorts. So YouTube has let me know in no uncertain terms that the only thing my channel is suitable is for doing food shorts, right? Really quick and dirty. What's Frank Monday having for lunch type of thing. That's what they like. Can you hear me all right? Free gift from God. What's happening out in Happy Land? How the hell are you, man? So this is the 500 sub extravaganza. Welcome, wizard, warrior, wanderer, wayfarer, and wildcat alike. Whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission, I hope you are doing well. We're broadcasting today from Twilight Zone, Old Peking, deep within the central kingdom of the celestial dragon. Good. Is audio okay? Doing all right with volume, guys? So yeah, what is my channel all about? Some people who just recently subbed within the last couple of months or whatever, they may think, hey, what is Frank Monday all about? All I know of him is that he does these little food shorts on TikTok. And so that's kind of fun, but is there any substance to what the man is all about? And if you read the about section of my page here, it kind of tells you the rundown, like just me and my life. It's a vlog, right? A video log, like a blog, but there's not much writing involved. Not on my part, anyway. You guys are supposed to write shit down in the comments. But one of my passions is magic, and I created and started something called the 100-Day Magical Challenge. And over the course of the last 3 years, I've done like, I don't know, 5 of them, I think, something like that. So we have like the first magical challenge was just about learning the basics of magic, your LBRP, and other simple rituals, and learning the knowledge lectures of the Golden Dawn material. And then the next one was the challenge of, let me see here. I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. We've done 5 of them. The last one was hypnoapotheosis. So it was about doing hypnosis to put suggestions into your subconscious mind so that you could get things done without any hardcore effort on your own, right? So taking control of those autonomous states that everyone has and everyone does anyway, but getting access to them, getting access to the, if you used a computer analogy, your central processing unit would be your active cognition, but then your subconscious would be like your bus, maybe, or it's those things which are being queued up by the other than conscious mind and then brought to your attention throughout the day. So putting things in your way was part of it, like putting your journal, putting your dream journal at the side of your bed so that you should be cataloging your few keywords each morning, and then putting your magical journal in the place where you do your magical practice, and making that place for doing magical practice kind of in the way, as it were, at the center of your life. And so that's what the challenge is all about, right? And maybe you too have seen the dark universe yawning, where the black planets roll without aim, where they roll in their horror unheeded, without knowledge or luster or name. Let's see what Lovecraft is up to today. Did you guys know it was just Edgar Allan Poe's day of passing? October 7th is the day he died. And I think that Randolph Carter is in part based on Edgar Allan Poe. Lovecraft was an admirer of Poe, and he made Randolph Carter passed through the gate in the snake den on October 8th, but he disappeared from his family, I believe, on October 7th. So, and he was going back and forth on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So that is a reference, I believe, to Edgar Allan Poe's passing. There's been a big shakeup in the world recently with the blasted tower right over there in the Holy Land. So some people are on one side of the fence, other people are on the other side of the fence. I personally have no dog in the race, so I'll just say that it's kind of a sad thing whenever people start to sacrifice innocent civilians for their political agendas. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do, right? Just roll with the punches. Keep the old pep in your step, no matter what's going on. And you can't get too involved in what's going on in the world because it ain't got shit to do with you. Not really. Yeah, thank you for that free gift from God. We've been working hard, man, to try to get up to 500 subs. It's kind of a give old Frank Monday a hand. Come on, guys. Yeah, um, kind of a big deal. I value and appreciate your support kindly. You know, hitting the thumbs up, leaving a comment, subbing the channel, ringing the bell, ring the bell. All of that stuff, it helps out. You know, it makes a guy that's struggling to get 100 subs rise above the ranks of the 500 club. I feel like the men in black are going to show up at my door now. Hey, Frank Monday, we've seen that you've got quite a following there on YouTube, and you're reaching 10 to 15 souls a day with your message. You better keep it clean, baby. Keep it clean. Just the tip, right? Just the tip. Um, so what's been going on with y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land? I don't have long to be here today, this morning. I just got about 15, 20 minutes I just wanted to stop by to say thank you and encourage you to join the 100-day magical challenge and learn good magic because magic can truly have an effect in your world and in your life. You know, I was summoning fish familiar, but I was thinking about salamanders, and so suddenly someone at work gifted me an axolotl, and when I backed off a little bit on thinking, do I really want to take care of a pet? Right? Then they said, well, why don't you just borrow the axolotl and give it back to me after the holidays or whatever. So I've had this axolotl, a little salamander like lizard swimming around in a fish tank for the last couple of weeks, and I've really enjoyed it. Um, Day one, I didn't know what to think about it. You know, I thought it was kind of weird looking, but it looked kind of like the things in my vision when I was summoning my familiar. And but after like 2, 3 days, man, the little guy really grew on me, like feeding him every day and trying to keep his fish tank clean and stuff like that. Like it really turned into a fun thing to have. He's over there right now dancing, swimming around and thrashing his tail about. But he's kind of got like the I think I mentioned this before. They've kind of got the behavior of like a cat. They spend like 90% of their time just chilling, like sleeping, and then they get up and they get frisky a couple of times a day, and that's about it, man. The rest of the time they're just chilling. But they like a dark, cool cage. They like their water cool, very low temperature. So you're supposed to get like a tank chiller, but that seems like a lot of excess for that little dude. I'm pretty sure that I've got him in a spot where his tank's going to stay somewhat cool. Do you want to see him? I don't know if I should reveal him on live television. I haven't asked his permission, right? Um, we got kind of a cooperative thing going on. Like he decided to come hang out with me because I was summoning a familiar, and I'm not necessarily going to keep him around forever. You know, I'm giving back to the person he belongs to. But he's here for a visit anyway, so that's cool. So I summoned a salamander right at the start of the magical journey of the pathways of the Magi, and just within a couple of days, salamanders were showing up, and folks were trying to gift me familiars to keep in my environment. So good magic there. The other thing was I wanted greater organization in my apartment, and I felt like I didn't have enough shelving. So be careful of your wish magic, guys, like your Aladdin's lamp magical wish list, because I wanted a couple of cabinets, right? And let me show you what happened. Within like the from the time I put out the thought that I could use some new cabinetry, right? From the time I put that thought out until my wife told me that she found like these cabinets, a bunch of cabinets, um, in a group for free, and all we had to do was pick them up with like a moving truck, right? So we had to rent a moving van. um was, I swear to you, within like 24 hours of me putting out the thought. So once you get powerful magic, man, the universe will respond to you almost like in the blink of an eye. Like it wasn't even, I hadn't even fully formulated the thought yet. Like it wasn't even out of my mind before my wife was contacting me and saying, "Hey, I think I got all these cabinets. You might be able to put them to use." So let me show you guys what showed up. Now, this is the important thing about setting stricter parameters on your magic, because you might just put it out there in thought form, and then the return might be greater than you desired, or it might not be exactly what you desired. So the return for me was boom. I haven't organized them yet, so be fair with me, huh? Um, they're hardwood. Two of them are hardwood, and two of them are like IKEA style pressed wood. But this is one of them. I really like it a lot because it's hardwood and it's got drawers you can close if you don't have shit in the way. It's got drawers you can close in order to keep things from getting dusty, right? Glass drawers. And then this one's too big. I don't really like it. I feel like it's too big. It's got like a hat box on top, and it's like a giant one. But I need to organize my stuff, and so I wanted cabinetry, and there's three more, right? One, two, three. So just thinking that, just putting that out in thought waves that, hey, I could use some new cabinetry for my magical practice and for myself here at the apartment. And then within, I'm telling you, less than 24 hours, probably the same day, my wife's calling me saying, "Hey, I found all this great cabinetry for free. All we got to do is go pick it up." And so that's what I wound up with, man. One, a shoe box. This is for like storing shoes. I don't have this many pairs of shoes though, so I'll probably get rid of this one. Maybe I'll resell it on eBay, and that'll recoup, or the Chinese eBay, and that'll recoup my expense that I was out for picking them up. Because I had to rent a moving van. That cost me about $100. But I was willing to make uh, the exchange because this one right here, this hardwood one, it's like a display case. I looked up its value, like its price, if I wanted to buy it online, and it sells for like 5,000, anywhere from 5 to 10,000 RMB for hardwood cabinetry like this. Like everything else is made out of this presswood. You can get this, 500, 600 RMB or something, but maybe 800 for a big one like this. But the hardwood ones that are nicer quality, they sell for quite a bit of money. So there you go. Two huge successes with the Aladdin's lamp technique, right? It works. And it does, man. It just works. If you've ever been suspicious of magic and thought, "Oh, what is there to it?" Sometimes I rub one out and try to make a wish and nothing ever happens. It's because you haven't done your requisite work. You got to do the requisite work. You got to banish the negative lower astral influences out of your general day-to-day life. You got to set up your practice for gathering organic or Oregon energy, and then you have to learn to store that Oregon energy and transmute it in the body. And then you have to learn how to use it, how to cast it out into the universe and get a universal response. So part of that, I would suggest listening to the It Works audiobook. It's only like 20 minutes long, and there's a very salient nugget of wisdom in there where he recommends that you realize the toys of the world are just passing things, you know. Sometimes you'll use some of these toys and sometimes you'll use some of those toys, but the toys are just toys and they come and go. But what's essential is the method, the process of cultivation, of pushing and pulling in a way. Shouldn't what only take 7 days? I've got questions coming in from Happy Land, guys. Free gift from God out in the ideas room has poised, has posed a query. He said, shouldn't it only take 7 days? 7 days for what? Not sure what you're referring to. Like I said, it might happen. Um, Here's a good way that I always thought of it. Master Ni Hua Ching of Seven Star Communications and the Universal Society of the Integral Way, of which I am a lifetime member. He once said that it could take you 3 months, or it could take you 3 years, or it could take you 30 years, or it could take you 30 seconds. He said, those who have got it, and good, right? You can do it pretty quickly, like you're a natural magician. He said, but those who don't have it can work towards it, and those of a higher quality spirit and intellect can cultivate it more quickly. But those who don't necessarily got it or get it or grok it may never get it. Not in, it could take you, I always think of it this way, it could take you 3 lifetimes or it could take you 30 lifetimes. Or again, you may never get it, right? So the way of magic is not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart because there are hardships and difficulties along the way. Like this motherfucker keeps coming up. This card came up 3 times on the day that Israel was attacked by Palestine, right? That brutal terroristic event that just transpired on October, was it the 8th or the 9th? I forget now. It's the 11th. Yeah. So it was like the 9th, I think. October 9th. Or did they do it on Edgar Allan Poe's birthday? October 7th? Was that the day they launched the attack? And this one too, these kept coming up and recurring. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I thought, that's okay. I'll just be more careful as I'm walking out the apartment and shit, looking around, making sure that I got my head on a swivel. And then when I heard the news, I realized that it was a global event transpiring and they didn't have anything to do with me directly, or it may, in fact, because, there's a good possibility that that's you know, those people are my family. Brother from another mother sort of thing, tribe of Levi, the Levites. Uh, so yeah, no big surprises though, because I was kind of looking out for it all day. I was like, when's the tower going to get blasted? What's going on with the blasted tower? So it looks like my chat has disconnected. Free gift from God's out there and happy. And I want to remind you guys to check out me out on www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe, all that happy horse shit that uh keeps the dogs barking, right? Otherwise, if the dogs start barking, or if the dogs stop barking, rather, then might be something afoot. You got to get yourself some hunting dogs and keep them around the apartment. I'm not going to though, and I'm not even going to think or put that out in the universe. Next thing you know, people are going to be showing up at my fucking door with puppies trying to give me dogs, which I couldn't use. A dog. This is barely enough room for one man to live, and a fish. Right? I told my wife after I got my fish, I said I would recommend for all young men not to get married yet right away, and just get yourself a fish. Right? You could fall in love with your fish. You can kiss your fish. You could squeeze your fish sometimes, but a fish. I was going to write a book or make a video, 100 ways in which a fish is better than a woman. And if you want that that fishy smell, just pull your fish up out of the tank and stick it to your nose one time, and you'd be all right. 100 ways why a fish is better than a woman. That's the forthcoming Frank Monday self-help book, right? So I'm glad to see you, Free Gift from God. This weekend, man, if you're around, let's do a couple hour podcast. Typically Saturday morning or Sunday morning is good for me. That would make it Friday night or Saturday night for you. So if you're out and about and you ain't got shit to do, give me a call. We'll hang out, man. If you can do an hour, do an hour. If you can do 30 minutes, do 30 minutes. If not, we'll shoot for 2 to 3 hours. If anybody wants to call in this weekend, let's have a 500 subs extravaganza. If we can get 1% of the sub base to tune in, that would be 5 people. That would be huge. That would be bigger than YouTube can actually handle for my little channel. They wouldn't give me the bandwidth. So tell a friend, right? And I'll see you in the abodes of the future. You good looking sexy people keep doing good magic out there, shaking your love maker and waving your magic wand, right? Presto manifesto and all that old happy horse shit. Once again, good to see you, free gift from God. Take care, man. Have a great day. And I gotta run. I got shit to do. And I know you got shit to do too. So I will see you on the next transmission. Bye for now, guys.